Mr. Vice President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, for Croatia, the United Nations has always been a core, essential global institution. During our own struggle for independence, sovereignty, recognition, and territorial integrity, the UN played a decisive role. Our path to admission and early years of membership were about braving the stormy seas rather than smooth sailing. And it was this organization and what it represents, the principles of the Charter of the UN, that served as our safe harbor. I believe this experience proved productive for both Croatia and the UN and has provided many lessons for the future, including on how to successfully end a complex war and conduct peaceful territorial integration and reintegration. Today, the international community faces daunting challenges. Armed conflicts are more numerous than at any time since the Second World War. They are multiplying and intensifying, overwhelming humanitarian systems and eroding trust in our capacity to prevent or resolve crises. In Ukraine, we hope the senseless loss of human lives will end as soon as possible. We welcome recent diplomatic efforts and encourage inclusive dialogue that can restore peace. Beyond Europe, other regions faced devastating crises. In Gaza, tens of thousands of women and children, human beings after all, or before all, have been killed and are being killed. Millions live without safety, food, medicine, and basic human dignity. This is worse than a mere war. It's a carnage, and we urgently call for it to end, for safe delivery of aid, especially to children, and for the release of all hostages. Lasting peace can only come through the universal recognition of the legitimate political aspirations of the Palestinian people, long denied. Time to close the chapter. The suffering is in less visible crisis is no less real. In Sudan, one of the gravest humanitarian catastrophes of the 21st century is unfolding before our eyes. UN peacekeeping must adapt to today's conflicts. Missions must be flexible, realistic, and sequenced towards achievable goals, reasonable goals. This requires the Security Council to focus on political solutions and remain committed to sustaining peace long after missions withdraw. Peace is more than silencing the guns. It requires preventing new wars and breaking the cycles of violence from the past. Lasting peace rests on democracy, legitimate governance, and full respect for the right of each people to freely choose their leaders and representatives. Excellencies, in our region of Southeast Europe, Croatia continues to champion and promote legitimate political processes as the foundation of progress. The EU membership is not a cure-all, but it remains a strong driver of prosperity, as can be witnessed in my country, Croatia. We promote good neighborly relations and urge all countries to refrain from actions that undermine stability in the region. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, we call for full respect of the constitutional order, sovereignty and equality of three constituent peoples. All parties and the international community must uphold the Dayton Peace Accord. Respecting the right of constituent peoples to choose their legitimate political representatives at all levels of government is fundamental prerequisite of lasting stability and progress in European Bosnia and Herzegovina. Lasting peace cannot be imposed. It must be